Hi YouTubers and gamers, I'm back with another pickup video, and today it's quite a, well, as usual it's a bit of a mix, but there's a few interesting gems here as well, if I may say so. So first of all, let's start off with ones that aren't exactly games, and it's actually a console. In the previous collection video I showed off some of my PSP UMD movies, and in those was quite a rare NTSC PSP movie on Scarface. I bought it years and years ago for probably about £15 or £20 imported from the States, and that's quite a rare UMD. It's a great movie, but I have no means of playing it because I don't have an NTSC PSP, and I was hoping to get one eventually. It's a good movie, but I wouldn't say I love it. But a rather cool YouTuber contacted me from the States saying that they collect movies and they're desperate to have this Scarface movie. Would I do a trade? And I said, oh, well, perhaps. And so I gave him a list of a few rare UMD movies I was after, but he didn't have any of those. But what he did say he would do is send me a NTSC PSP and all boxed and complete, and I thought, well, that'd be great. I was happy to trade that movie for that, so we did a trade, and this week my PSP 3000 came, and it's this one. It's all complete except unfortunately it's missing the Karate Kid UMD movie. It's got a little Big Planet movie it has, but it's all complete. It's in very good condition. The PSP itself is really neat, and it comes with all the accessories. And like I said, it came on with the game, the Big Planet game. But I already had a NTSC Little Box movie on Kick-Ass, so I just put that in here instead. I will. So that's quite neat, really. Now you may ask, well, why do I want an NTSC PSP? Well, simply to play the NTSC movies more than anything else, really. In previous homebrew hacks, you were able to hack the PSP, so they did play all region movies, but in later updates and more recent hacks, you can't seem to get that to work really. So I've got that to play, like I said, the American UMD movies. So quite pleased to have that in the collection. Okay, other things. I've got a strategy guide, Pokemon Colosseum. I picked this up on the GameCube a little while ago. This guide was about, it wasn't a huge amount of money. I think it was about a 10 or so from Amazon, imported from the States. Nothing particularly special, just a demo disc for the Xbox World magazine, Volume 1 though. That's the only reason why I picked this up. It's only 50p, but you know, it's Volume 1, so there's a few demo discs worth picking up. Sometimes they have some interesting bits on, and it's a bit of gaming history at the end of the day. So got a couple of PC stroke Mac games. I don't really collect PC games because I've got no means of playing them, but sometimes if I see interesting titles that are really cheap and in good condition, I will. And that's this one, PC World Knights of the Old Republic 2. This was only about £1, all complete, so I thought, what the hell, might as well. And this one is compatible with a Mac, and that's Quake 3 Gold, again £1, so I thought, why not? Okay. Picked up one GameCube game. This game is unusual. It comes with an accessory, the Nintendo GameCube mic. I never knew there was one for the GameCube, but there was, and this one's all complete. It's all in very good condition. There's a scuff to the front of the box, but to be honest, well, what I paid for is £14. That's not bad value really. So this is Odama. It's basically a pinball game with a bit of strategy thrown in, based in sort of Japanesey type, war type conditions. It's very surreal. Very surreal. If you just see the box art, that is rather trippy. I haven't had a chance to play it yet, but I thought 14 quid, something like this that's unusual, the GameCube mic. Why not? Okay, got a couple of PSP games. First one is by Konami. Broken Helix. Now this game has actually got Bruce Campbell doing one of the voice acting in it. I know you all know who Bruce Campbell is from Evil Dead and so forth. So that's more of a reason why I picked it up, as well as being Konami. This was about £6 off eBay, or complete in good condition. So if you do see that, pick it up, if you like Bruce Campbell, of course. Okay, this is a sequel to a game called Loaded. I do have that, but I'm waiting for a replacement case before I show it. But here we have a sequel, Reloaded. This was about £4. All complete. It's like a top-down shooter type game, really, where you one and gun type shooter, looking top down. A little bit crazy. Okay, got one Dreamcast game. Rather special Dreamcast game. It's quite apt, really, considering that the sequel has been highlighted on E3. And this is a Dreamcast copy of Shenmue 2. I also have this on Xbox, but obviously Dreamcast is the way to go. The box itself is in very good condition, and so were the cases. All complete with the manuals and discs and everything. So I got that for, I think it's about £30 including postage, which is a fair price. That's a good price for that, especially in that condition. Okay. Got a few 3DS, one 3DS game and a few DS games. Picked this up from £12 from CX to go in my Castlevania series, and that's Castlevania Mirror of Fate, or Lord of Shadows Mirror of Fate. I think that's the only game that came out on the 3DS from Castlevania. A lot of these DS games were only about, I think they were about between £1.50 and £2.50 on average. Animaniacs, Lights, Camera, Action. This is a port of I think a Game Boy Advance game, but it's pretty much no different to the GBA game, so it's not the best one, but it's Animaniacs, which is rather wacky. Nothing special. It's based on Casper's Scare School. Again, it's just one for a collection. No ideas if it's any good or not. Not a game I see that all the time. Now this game is a new version of an old NES game, New Zealand Story, and this is New Zealand Story Revolution. It's published by Rising Star Games, and I always pick up their games most of the time if a good price. I'm surprised this was only as cheap as it was, £2.50 in the end. So yeah, I've got a New Zealand Story on the on a Taito, I think it was, combination disc on the PS2, I think it was. I think it's a Volume 2, Taito Volume 2. One DS game is based on the board game Stratego, or Stratego, I should say. And this one it's like a dual type puzzle game with some fantasy elements thrown in, and that's called 4 Elements. I don't really go for most of the dual type puzzle games, but this one, I like the influence of fantasy type elements. I thought that made it a bit more different. So for money, I thought, why not? Only a few quid. Okay, a few cheap Wii titles. This game came out on a PSP, but it didn't come out on a PS2, and that's Dave Mirra BMX Challenge. Again, this was about £2, £2.50. This was about the same money. Unusual title, Safe Cracker. Bit of a puzzle type. I think it's a bit of hidden objects and puzzles and type game. It's got good reviews, that one. Again, this has got good reviews as well. It's more of a hidden object party game type game. I Spy. Quite like hidden object games. Okay, this game I've got a couple of times in the cardboard gatefold sleeves, but I haven't got a hard plastic copy of Wii Sports. you know, obviously it's sold in mega numbers, but to get the hard plastic copy is quite nice to have, really. And it is, you know, anyone who's got a Wii must have played it. It is a very good game. It's a must own if you've got a Wii, I suppose, but it's not particularly valuable. Okay. One Xbox game which is unique to the Xbox, and it came out on the PS2, and that is America's Army Rise of a Soldier. Okay, not a lot of money, I think that's about £1.50 this game. All complete. An Xbox 360 wrestling game which I got for 50p from a charity shop, so I thought 50p, why not? WW13. All complete. You know, for that sort of money you can't argue, really. Okay. A couple of PSP games. This was about £4 including delivery. Afterburner Black. Was it Black Vulcan? One in the interpretation of the classic Afterburner games by Sega. Worms Warfare. Open Warfare, I should say. Again, it's all complete. Like I said, I think that Worms one was £2 from charity shop. I got this from CX with a £3 CX voucher, so it was £7 in the end. And that is Risen 3 First Edition. Okay. This was about £1.50. Mercenary 2's World in Flames. This also came out on the PS2, I believe. Also have that version. Right, this game, it's interesting. It got some criticism when it first came out, but some other later reviews I've seen seem to praise it. And I only got this for, again, it was about £1.50 from Cash Converters in the end, and that was for The Rise of the Argonauts. It's got a bit of RPG elements thrown in with a bit of action and a bit of fighting, so I guess it's like an RPG version of God of War, I suppose. Okay, nothing special, but I've got this in all the various collector's edition formats, but I haven't got the bulk standard basic version of Resident Evil 5. Again for £1.50, all complete with manual, full collection. Okay, this one released this week. My daughter's already played a bit of it. It's quite good. It's based on a new, well, it's based on a new movie, but also it also covers the first 3 movies as well, and that's Jurassic World. And this one I got from Amazon, and it comes with an exclusive little Doctor Who Lego figure. And I'm a bit of a sucker for these Lego sets with the figures in. Okay, just moving down to the the PS2 games. Okay, nothing from I can't even say it, phenomenal. World Rally Championship number 4. This is about £1.50 from CX. For a collection, I've got the others. This was £1.50. It looks a bit of fun. It's an unusual racing game because you race super trucks. The reviews are okay. Okay, I got this on. I got the 2 older versions of this on PS1, and that is Konami's International Track and Field. Okay, that was about £1.50. CX, I think it was. Okay, this game was £1 from a charity shop. Got nearly all the SpongeBob games apart from one, and that's SpongeBob SquarePants Globs of Doom. Okay. Right, this game is another Konami game which I never heard of before, but I came across it when I was looking for Amazon. This copy cost me about £6 including postage. It's all complete. It's I don't know, it's a bit of a, it's not exactly a fighter, it's more adventure type fighting game, I suppose. and that's 7 blades. Again, it's quite cheap. I think the reviews are average on this, but I'm a bit of a sucker for Konami games. I tend to pick them up. Okay, this one I had it on the PSP, but I didn't have it on the PS2, and that's Thrillville Off the Rails, a sort of a theme park maker. This game I've been looking for a long time. It's not an expensive game, but it's one which I don't always see in the wild. I don't know why. I would have got this on the Xbox, but I wanted it on the PS2, and it's called Indigo Prophecy in the States. In the PAL territories it's called Fahrenheit, and this is a special version that has a gatefold outer sleeve outside of a normal box. I got this for about £5 or £6 it was, including shipping, all complete, in very good condition. So I was happy to pay that for this. The people who did this went on to make Heavy Rain and Two Souls, I believe. Okay. Okay, this last game, it's shown in the background. You may have already guessed what it is. It's a game which anyone who collects PS2 has probably got on the want list. It's a game which I've been hesitant picking up because of the price. But I was looking on eBay one day, and there was a seller who was selling this copy for, in very good condition. It was a eBay shop for €100 plus €15 shipping, and which is about the typical average price for this game, just about. But they had a sort of make it up. It was willing to accept offers, so I made an offer of €80, which turns out to be £58, and they accepted it, and still had to spend the €15 on top for shipping, which is about a tenner. So for just under £70, I got this game. It's not a bad price for this game. It's an Italian copy, although it plays in English still. But the back of the box and the instruction manual is all obviously in Italian, which is no biggie really. Obviously I would like to have a PAL copy, a PAL English copy, but I believe you can only get PAL English copies if you was able to pick up one of the demo copies that were released before this game got banned. Yes, it got banned in England, it did. I think because of it involves children doing strange things more than anything else really. And so because of that it was banned. But if you see the animation and the cordial animation and the telly in the background, it is a beautiful game. I'm not sure how it plays, I haven't played it yet, but the opening cinematics are bizarre but nicely done. And so it's this game looks quite disturbing and trippy and strange all the same, but I think it's a must obviously for any PS2 collection. And so obviously you've guessed what it is, I no doubt, and it is War of Rose. They actually sent this with this sort of hard plastic, big, bulky security case for it, which is really nice because £70 is the most I've ever spent on a PS2 game, I think. Yeah, it is definitely the most I've ever spent on one. Even the Guitar Hero box sets and stuff like that, I never spent more than £70 on one. So so it's nice to have it all protected for prosperity in this beautiful case, and I will play it sometime. So yeah, I'm stoked to have that. It's also a valuable game in the States. I think it easily goes for $100 and above in America. But I wanted a PAL copy because these ones, like I said, they can still play in English, and also they can play on any normal PS2 type thing. I do have an NTSC PS2, so I could have got an American copy, but the way I see it is that I wouldn't really save much money, and to be honest, I leave the American copies for my American colleagues out there who are still trying to get that game. So no, I'm quite happy to get this. Like I said, it was banned in the UK, but it was not banned in France and Italy, and so you can often see French or Italian copies, but they still demand a lot of money. And €80 is the cheapest I've seen this one go for in years, really. If you do get an English copy, like I said, it was released only as a demo version, because they released this few to reviewers and so forth, some review copies. So, because like I said, it was banned, so they are few in number, and I think they go for hundreds and hundreds of pounds. They really are quite expensive if you ever do see them. But you know, I'm not going to pay that for, you know, that sort of money for this game. Just, you know, when I can pay 70 quid. So I'm happy to have that. It's for the collection. So again, Will of Rose. So that's it, guys. That's all my pickups for the past few weeks. So I hope you enjoyed it, and if you do, by all means, thumbs up or leave a comment. And until my next video, which will probably be a collection video, I suppose. Take care and bye.